You are one decision away from a completely different life. A life where you wake up with purpose instead of pressure. A life where you breathe without fear, walk without doubt, and stand without apology. A life where your past no longer defines you, and your excuses no longer limit you. But here's the truth many people never face. Most lives never change because most people never decide. They wish, they hope, they think, they plan. But they don't decide. They stay trapped in the prison of hesitation, waiting for the perfect moment that never arrives. They let fear negotiate their future. They let doubt write their destiny. They let procrastination become their silent punishment. But not you. Not anymore. You have reached the point where something inside you refuses to stay silent. That inner voice, the one you've ignored for years, is finally too loud to deny. It's telling you that your life is not supposed to look like this. It's telling you that the person you are today is only a fraction of who you could become. And deep down, you know it's true. You feel it. You've always felt it. There is a stronger version of you waiting on the other side of a single decision. A version with clarity, courage, and conviction. A version with discipline sharp enough to cut through every excuse. A version with a vision so powerful it pulls you out of bed even on the days you feel broken. But to meet that version of yourself, you must confront a fact that many run from. Every life has a turning point, a moment where everything shifts. A moment where the story changes. And that moment is almost always born from one choice. Not a miracle. Not luck. Not some magical sign from the universe, a choice, the choice to rise when you could stay down. The choice to commit when you could walk away, the choice to believe in yourself when doubt is louder than faith. The choice to act when fear tells you to wait. And the moment you make that decision, truly make it, your world begins to move differently. Doors open, paths appear, people shift, energy builds, momentum grows, because life responds to decisiveness. Life rewards clarity. Life bends for the person who refuses to bend for fear. Look at history. Edison was one decision away from lighting the world. Ford was one decision away from changing transportation forever. Disney was one decision away from turning imagination into an empire. Hill was one decision away from dedicating his life to understanding success and giving that knowledge to the world. They weren't born extraordinary. They became extraordinary the moment they committed to a decision so powerful that quitting no longer existed as an option. And now, it's your turn. This is the moment where you stop negotiating with your potential. This is the moment where you stop asking life for permission. This is the moment where you stop living small because others are uncomfortable with your dreams. You will not shrink to fit into places you've outgrown. You will not dim your light because others prefer the dark. You will not apologize for wanting more, becoming more, or expecting more from your life because you know, deep in your bones, that you are one decision away from rewriting everything, one decision away from breaking the habits that have held you hostage for years. One decision away from replacing doubt with discipline. One decision away from trading chaos for clarity. One decision away from shattering the walls you built around your own potential. Your life will not change by accident. Your success will not arrive through luck. Your dreams will not chase you. You have to chase them. You have to stand up every day and decide again and again that you refuse to return to the version of yourself that settled for less. You have to decide that you are worthy of the life you want, even if you've never seen evidence of it yet. You have to decide that you are capable, even when your past tells you otherwise. You have to decide that the world doesn't get to define you, you define yourself. The world changes the moment you change. The results change the moment your standards change. Your destiny changes the moment your decisions change. So right now, ask yourself, what decision have you been avoiding? What path have you been afraid to take? What dream did you bury under fear, doubt, and excuses? What part of your life is silently begging for transformation? Because one decision can wake your spirit. One decision can restore your confidence. One decision can ignite the fire you lost. One decision can shift your identity, your mindset, your entire direction. And here is the most powerful truth of all. Your future is not waiting for you to be ready. Your future is waiting for you to be courageous. Courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is action in the presence of fear. Courage is choosing faith before the results. Courage is trusting the path even when you can't see the finish line. And courage is exactly what this moment demands. No more hesitation. No more negotiating with weakness. No more pretending you have unlimited time. No more waiting for permission that will never come. This is the day you choose to evolve. This is the day you choose to rise. This is the day you choose to command your future with the power of a single, unstoppable decision. Say it aloud. Feel it echo inside you. I am one decision away from a completely different life. Now act like it, decide like it, rise like it, live like it, because your new life is waiting. And it begins. The moment you choose. Listen carefully, because what I'm about to tell you is the very thing people ignore for an entire lifetime. Your destiny is not shaped in years. Your destiny is shaped in moments. And there is one moment, one decision, that can rewrite everything you call your life. Most people don't realize how dangerously close they are to an entirely different future. They think change is some long, dramatic process. They think transformation takes decades. But the truth is far more powerful. Your life pivots on a single decision. A decision that requires courage. A decision that demands truth. A decision that confronts the weaker version of you and replaces it with the version you were meant to be. And the tragedy? Most people never make it. They talk, they wish, they hope, they dream, but they never decide. And so they spend their entire life living inside consequences, instead of choices. But you are here because something inside you refuses to settle. Something inside you is tired of repeating the same days. Something inside you wants to break the silent agreement you made with mediocrity. So this is your moment, this is your line in the sand. This is the decision that will separate your old life from your new one. Let me speak to you directly, without softness. You will not rise until you decide you are done living low. You will not change until you decide the old you is unacceptable. You will not awaken until you decide comfort is the enemy. You will not grow until you decide excuses are poison. You will not succeed until you decide failure is no longer a fear, but an instruction. Everything you want begins with that decision, not luck, not talent, not opportunity. The decision to discipline your mind when it tries to run wild. The decision to control your emotions when they try to rule your life. The decision to show up when you feel nothing but resistance. The decision to say no more to every behavior that has kept you small. You want a different life? Then understand this truth. Your future doesn't respond to wishes. It responds to decisions enforced with discipline. Yes, discipline. That word you avoid. That word people fear. But discipline is the bridge between the life you have and the life you've imagined in secret. And you know this. You have always known this. You've had moments, flashes, where you saw a stronger version of yourself. A bolder version. A more focused version. A disciplined version. And every time you saw it, your spirit whispered, "This is who you could be." But the problem is, you kept breaking the promise. You kept choosing your weakness. You kept choosing your distractions. You kept choosing the temporary over the transformative. And now you're here, listening, because a part of you is tired, not tired like sleep, but tired like your soul is exhausted from watching you settle. So hear me clearly. You are one decision away from never going back to that version of you again. Not 10 decisions. Not 1,000 small steps. One. The decision to take back your mind. Because your mind is the command center of every result in your life. If your mind is undisciplined, your life will be chaotic. If your mind is weak, your habits will be weak. If your mind is confused, your direction will be lost. If your mind is reactive, your emotions will destroy you. If your mind is unfocused, your potential will remain unseen. But if your mind is disciplined, there is nothing you cannot build, become, or create. Now listen closely, because this is the part people miss. Discipline isn't about punishing yourself. It's about respecting your future. It's about building the structure that your highest self can thrive inside. It's about choosing purpose over pleasure long enough to become someone you're proud of. Discipline is freedom. Discipline is power. Discipline is the highest form of self-love. And every time you choose discipline over indulgence, you cast a vote for the person you want to become. You say, I will not be ruled by my impulses. I will not be controlled by fear. I will not be limited by the weaker version of me. You reclaim the throne of your life. Because here is the truth no one tells you. The world does not give power to the undisciplined. Life does not reward the inconsistent. Success does not belong to the emotional. Greatness does not grow in comfort. But everything you dream of stands behind the door of one decision. And that door opens only to those who decide to become the master of themselves. So what will it be? Another day of repeating your old patterns? Another day of waiting for motivation that never comes? Another day of telling yourself, one day? Another day of pretending you're fine when you're not? Another day of burying your potential under excuses? Or will today be the day your story changes? Will today be the day you stop negotiating with your weakness? Will today be the day you make the decision that rich people, strong people, disciplined people, unstoppable people all make? The decision to rise. The decision to commit. The decision to follow through. The decision to build yourself brick by brick. Even when no one notices, even when no one claps, even when no one believes. Because the truth is simple. Your next level is not waiting for the world to change. It's waiting for you to change. You are one decision away from a different identity. One decision away from a different routine. One decision away from a different mindset. One decision away from different habits. One decision away from different opportunities. One decision away from a different future. You are one decision away from a completely different life, and deep inside, you already know the decision you need to make, so make it with courage, make it with conviction, make it with the understanding that your future self is watching you right now, hoping you finally choose him, hoping you finally choose the life you were meant to live. Not tomorrow, not someday, now.